Hey guys, it is officially now available. iOS 17.5 was just released today by Apple and you can download it directly to your device. Now, if you do decide to update to iOS 17.5 today, in this video, as per usual, I'm going to share with you guys a few things you should definitely look into right after you update and a few things you should do immediately after you update. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is a few things you may want to check out right after you update your iPhone to 17.5 if you choose to do so. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is some of the new wallpapers now available with this new software update. There's 5 new Pride Collection wallpapers available, and this is what they look like right here. They have this really cool animation when you unlock your device, and every time you unlock your device, the actual font moves a little bit, as you can see right there. It is kind of cool to see. I wish Apple would add the ability to add any kind of text to this specific wallpaper there, so you can change the text perhaps to your name or something like that. It would be pretty cool in my opinion. Now, there's also various colors, as I mentioned. There's 5 different color combinations, as you can see right there, and this will be matching a new Apple Watch band, which will be available on May 22nd. So yeah, new Pride wallpapers now available within iOS 17.5 that you may want to check out right after you update. And now there's also some changes happening with the podcast application. The Apple Podcast application, the podcast widget on the home screen, is now adaptive, I guess you can call it, because if you click play on the actual widget, it will change color according to the thumbnail for the actual podcast that you're listening to. So something minor happening here with the podcast application, but a nice touch within iOS 17.5. Now, there's also new updates for Apple News Plus subscribers. In case you didn't hear, there's new puzzles now available. Daily puzzles are now available for Apple News Plus subscribers, as you can see right there. And you see there that I have all the puzzles available for me to start playing directly on my iPhone. And there is a new option under the extension and settings. So if we go into the extension here for news right there in settings, we have the Game Center option, which allows you to share your scores with friends and family members for all your puzzles completed. Now, there's also some additional changes here as well. There's a new offline mode for Apple News Plus subscribers, as you can see right there. So let's jump back into settings and let me show you this right here. There it is. So automatic downloads, and then you have download options, and this is going to be the automatically downloaded things if you enable these options. So recent stories, saved stories, magazines, the new puzzles, and the audio stories as well. Now, the new option for optimizing your storage is off by default. I did turn that on, but again, those are going to be the new News Plus offline mode where you can read your newspapers and magazines even if you don't have an internet connection. So that's a welcome change for Apple News Plus and News Plus subscribers. Now, there's also a change happening here, and this one's major in my opinion. This one is for the Find My application on your device. Allows you to set your device into a repair state. Now, warning, do not set this unless you're taking your device in for repairs. So if you don't want to turn off the Find My feature on your iPhone when you take your iPhone into repair, or turn off the stolen device protection, you can set your device into a repair state by going into the Find My application on your device, and that way you can set your device for repair but still have the peace of mind that Find My will be enabled and stolen device protection as well, and that way you can still get your device repair. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about one of the coolest new features coming to the iPhone with iOS 17.5, and this is the new notification system that Apple has built alongside Google that will give you alerts if there's any tracking devices around you trying to track you, and you can now disable those devices, rather as an AirTag or a tracking device made for iPhone or not. You can still get a notification that an unknown tracking device is tracking you. And again, you won't be able to see this unless this happens to you, but you'll get a notification that you have an unknown tracking device if that's happening to you, and you'll be able to disable it within iOS 17.5. Awesome new feature coming to iPhone users. Now, every time there's a new major update available for the iPhone, such as iOS 17.5, I usually recommend you do these things on your device in order to have better connection and a better overall experience. Number one, make sure you check for app updates manually. Even if you have the automatic app updates feature enabled, sometimes those updates do not kick in for several days. So you want to go into the App Store here, you want to tap into your avatar here, and then you want to swipe down on this page to refresh, and you should see any updates available right there. Make sure you update all your applications, because in the past we've seen that apps tend to crash when there's a major update because they're not updated fast enough, and therefore you'll have a better performance and experience overall with all your third-party applications if you just simply manually check for updates for all your applications after updating to iOS 17.5. Very important. Even third-party applications applications can cause freezing and overheating on your device. Keep in mind that this happened with Instagram a few months back. So just make sure you update your applications manually if you do decide to update your devices to iOS 17.5. And last but not least, very important side note here, if you go into settings, general, and then you jump into the about section, you may see a pop-up on your screen for a new carrier update. Obviously, if you see a new carrier update available popping up on this section of the screen for you, make sure you update your iPhone's carrier settings. That way, obviously, you'll get a better network connection and performance overall. And those are some of the things you should check out and do immediately after you update to iOS 17.5. Let me know if you did update. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.